Welcome back to Everyday English Tips. Ready to speak English faster and better? Let's jump in.
Think about this moment. You're meeting someone new. Maybe it's a potential client, a future boss, or just someone at a networking event. That first impression, it really starts with how you introduce yourself.
Yeah, it does.
And doing that smoothly and confidently in English, well, that's a skill that can feel surprisingly tricky sometimes.
It really can be. We've actually been digging into this fantastic English learning resource. It offers a really practical way to look at making a strong first impression, specifically focusing on that initial self-introduction bit.
Right. So our mission today is basically to cut through the noise, pull out the absolute core strategies and insights from this material. We want to give you the building blocks, maybe the little tweaks that make a big difference, so you're ready to craft your own confident introduction without wading through tons of advice.
Exactly. And honestly, this isn't just for language learners, is it?
No, not at all.
Whether you're prepping for a job interview, maybe going to an international conference, or even just trying to broaden your social circle, knowing how to say who you are effectively, it's fundamental.
Yeah.
It's really about communication, connection, and confidence.
So let's jump right in then. Why does this simple act, introducing yourself, get so much weight in this resource? What's the core idea there?
Well, the key takeaway seems to be that your introduction is your first and sometimes your only chance to make that initial splash. It's not just like listing facts about yourself. It's a demonstration. Your communication skills, your confidence, how approachable you seem, especially, in professional settings like interviews. It tells the other person a lot about you right away.
It really sets the stage, doesn't it? If you kind of stumble or seem unsure, that feeling can stick. So where does the resource say you should even begin? Is there like a basic structure?
Oh, absolutely. They suggest starting with a very clear basic template. Think of it like the essential skeleton. It covers the absolute must-knows: your name, where you're from, your age, your occupation, or what you do, and maybe a simple hobby or interest.
And they give a good, pretty straightforward example for this, right?
Yeah, they do. The example is, "Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Egypt. I'm 25 years old. I work as a nurse. I enjoy listening to music and going for walks in the park."
Right. See, that hits all the key points.
Yep. Name, origin, age, job, simple interests.
It's clear, concise, gets the basic info across. That's the starting point.
Exactly. Your foundation.
Okay, so you've got the basic bones down.
Yeah.
But what if you need something a bit more polished, something that feels more professional or adds a bit more depth?
Yeah.
The resource then gets into how to kind of elevate that basic template. And this is where it starts to get really useful, I think.
Yes, absolutely. This is where you move from just listing facts to adding details that give context and make you more memorable, especially in those professional situations. They use another example, Amir.
Oh, right. Amir.
He says, "Hello, my name is Amir. I'm from Dubai. I'm 30 years old and I work as an accountant. I've been learning English for 1 year. I want to speak fluently to travel and work with international companies. In my free time, I enjoy playing football and watching documentaries."
Now that feels different, doesn't it?
It does.
And the real insight here, according to the source, is why it feels more professional. It's because Amir adds specific details. He doesn't just say he works, he says he's an accountant.
Right.
And crucially, he shares his goals. Why he's learning English, what he wants to do with it. And his interests are a bit more detailed too. Playing football and watching documentaries, not just, say, enjoying sports.
And what's really powerful about this, as the resource points out, is tailoring those extra bits to the situation. So in a professional context, sharing relevant experience or goals makes a much stronger impression. It invites a more specific conversation, shows you've thought about it, shows intentionality.
Definitely. So beyond the structure and the detail level, the resource also gives you some tools, right?
Yeah.
To make your introduction sound more natural, more fluent, like specific vocabulary.
Yes, exactly. These are the kinds of phrases that, well, native speakers often use. They just make your language flow a bit more smoothly.
Yeah.
For instance, instead of just, "I study," maybe you say, "I'm currently studying at university."
Okay. Yeah. Or if you live somewhere different from where you were born, that phrase "originally from" is useful.
Right.
Like, I'm originally from Bangladesh, but now I live in Qatar.
Yeah.
It adds that layer quickly.
Precisely. And for hobbies or work you really care about, passionate about, is great.
Oh yeah, that adds energy.
It does. I'm passionate about photography. It conveys more than just, "I like taking pictures." And for future plans or hopes, looking forward to is perfect. I'm looking forward to improving my English.
These aren't super complex words, but using them in the right place makes a huge difference in how natural you sound. Now, knowing the template and the words is one thing, but the resource really emphasizes something absolutely critical for actually doing it successfully.
Ah, yes. Practice.
Practice.
And specifically practicing out loud, the resource is very clear on this, not just thinking about it in your head.
Right.
They actually recommend actively repeating the templates, practicing answering those basic questions. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? What do you like to do in your free time? Just saying them again and again.
And the reason why they stress this so much, it's all about building confidence.
Totally.
The more comfortable you are just saying the words, the structure, the less likely you are to freeze up or, fumble when it actually counts. Practice turns knowing into doing. It builds that muscle memory.
Right, so it becomes almost automatic. And to bring these ideas home even more, the resource actually shares how their own hosts introduce themselves. It shows these principles in action.
Yeah, those were good examples we heard. Hi, I'm Ava. I'm from London, UK. I'm an English coach and podcast host. I love helping people learn languages. In my free time, I enjoy painting and going for nature walks.
Nice and clear. And the other one was, hi, I'm Ryan. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm a language tutor and traveler. I'm passionate about teaching real-life English. I also enjoy photography and cooking.
See, you can hear how they mix the essential facts, name, place, job, with a little bit about their passion or what they specifically do. They're English coaches, language tutors, not just vaguely teachers. It adds that touch of professional detail we were talking about earlier. Uses that passionate about phrase too.
Exactly. And then finally, kind of wrapping the whole process up, the resource gives some quick, actionable tips for the actual delivery.
Ah, right. How you say it.
Yeah, because how you say it matters just as much as what you say, doesn't it? They offer 5 simple but pretty powerful points. First, smile and relax. Just ease into it.
Makes sense. Second.
Speak slowly and clearly. Make it easy for the other person to actually understand you.
Crucial. Third.
Keep your sentences relatively short. Don't ramble on.
Good advice. Number 4.
Be yourself. Authenticity resonates, Don't try to be someone you're not.
And the last one, circling back.
Practice often. It keeps coming back to practice.
It really does.
And maybe the ultimate reassurance from the resource is this. Confidence is the most important ingredient here. Even if your grammar isn't 100% perfect, speaking clearly and with confidence will make a far better impression than sort of haltingly reciting flawless sentences. It's about making that connection.
Okay, so let's quickly recap what we've pulled out from this material. We started with that essential structure, the basic template.
Yep, with the foundation.
Then we saw how adding specific, relevant details really elevates your introduction, especially for professional situations.
Gives it more weight.
We picked up some handy vocabulary currently, originally from, passionate about, looking forward to sound more natural.
Little fluency boosters.
We really hammered home the critical importance of practicing out loud to build that confidence.
Can't skip that step.
And we got those practical tips for delivery. Smile, speak clearly, keep it concise, be yourself, and, practice more.
That sums it up nicely. The real power now is for you, the listener, to take these pieces and craft your own introduction. Something that feels authentic to you and fits the specific situation you're prepping for. Tailor it, practice it, and, own it.
Yeah, own it. Hey, maybe here's a final thought to leave you with as you think about all this. Try to stop seeing your introduction as just, a mandatory list of personal facts you have to rattle off.
Good way to put it.
Instead, think of it as a deliberate invitation. It's your carefully chosen glimpse of who you are and what matters to you, offered as a way to start a conversation and potentially build a real connection with someone new. So the question is, what kind of invitation do you want to send?